Alright, I'm Pittard, and I'll be discussing the importance of a business plan. What is a business plan? Cut and dry, a business plan is a document that describes your company's goals and means of achieving them over the next several years. In effect, it is a document that convincingly demonstrates that your business can sell enough of its product or service so as to make a satisfactory profit and be attractive to potential backers. So essentially it is a selling document, selling yourself and your business to potential investors. With this being said, a business plan can save one of the expense and grief of pursuing a business that wasn't necessarily viable, eliminating the drag, if you will. Perhaps through a business plan, you will discover that the market isn't growing as fast as you thought, or the gross margins aren't as high as you expected. But conversely, you may find that through slight alterations, the business opportunity may be even greater than expected, taking new realities into account, making the business potential much greater, finding a new target market perhaps, making your potential profit much higher than originally expected. Going back to what is a business plan. A business plan is not only meant to sell the writer, but is also meant to sell investors on the idea and motive of the business. For example, if you think back to the TV show Shark Tank, each potential investor is presented with a business layout from a potential partner or seller. The seller is trying to hook the investor with an elapsed business plan. So cut and dry business plan is also meant to hook investors, or also meant to stakeholders who are willing to invest their own time, expenditure, money, or whatever it takes to make the business you've laid out succeed. In reality though, although a business plan is an excellent way to start off one's business, you may be surprised to know that not all of the successful businesses got started through a conventional model. For example, James Barclay, who started Reebok, Randy Fields, Miss Fields Cookies, Frank Carney, Pizza Hut, or Gordon Segal, Crate and Barrel, all started their businesses and entrepreneurships without the use of a business plan. So why can't we do the same? Not that we couldn't, but there are two specific reasons why it would be rather difficult to do so. Times have changed. During the years that individuals I just mentioned started their businesses, the competitive climate was not nearly as competitive as it is today. Specifically, about 100,000 businesses were being incorporated during the 1950s, and just over 200,000 in the 70s. By the end of the 80s, the statistic rose to over 600,000 businesses annually. Essentially, making it today is a lot tougher than it has ever been. So incorporating a business plan as a foundation is simply an advantage you would be foolish to do without. The second thing is most of us simply aren't as talented as the people I mentioned. We need a plan to identify potential problems and opportunities before it's too late to do anything about it. Now, you could be a rebel and try to start your business on a foundation lacking a plan, but the truth of the matter is that having a business plan as the groundwork of your business would be an asset you would do well to have. What happens now that you've realized that you need a business plan? Before you can begin to plan your business's goals and objectives, you must clarify your own goals and objectives. Know what you're doing and where you see yourself. To succeed in today's competitive business climate, you have to be highly motivated. The old saying, "I haven't worked a day in my life because I love what I do," comes to mind. One must acknowledge the following questions. What kind of business person are you? Are you the person who prefers working with or directing others, or perhaps you prefer to work alone? Do you want your money now or in time? For example, slow-growing businesses are much more likely to make larger amounts of money for its owner sooner than a fast-growing business. In the fast-growing business, one will probably make his or her money down the road when the business can afford to pay large salaries and may be right for going public or being sold to a major corporation. Third and lastly, what kind of business do you want? Lifestyle businesses, the majority of the businesses in the U.S. are slowly growing. And then there's high-flyer businesses, the flashy, rich, and wealth corporations, the ones you see in like Forbes magazines of that kind. What must be included in the business plan? Cover page, on this should go the name of your company, its addresses, and the phone number for contact purposes, as well as the chief executive's name. The table of contents should include a logical arrangement of the sections of your business plan with the page numbers. The executive summary, which would be the heart of the business plan itself, only elapsed, miniaturized. The executive summary should be able to stand alone, almost like a business plan within the business plan. The executive summary should be logical, clear, and captivating. The company. This would be a basic history, its past, present, and projected future, as well as its goals and means of achieving said goals. The market. Your own personal assessment of customer groups or that you've targeted over other groups that you might pursue, the competition, and the marketing efforts thus far. It is essentially an assessment of the overall target market. The product or service, this is where you wow the investors with your product. What makes it worth investing in? Sales and promotion. How do you envision carrying out your market plan? What means will you use to get the money? Finances. This would be expectations for the future. Cash and flow projections, profit and losses statements, and all that good stuff. So basically a business plan is essential to have, and you'd be dumb to not incorporate a business plan if you were going to start a business. And that's good.